Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Ben.
Today is a big day. There's concrete pouring here in Beane Street in Gosford. What's this project about, Mr. Crouch?
Yeah, look, Dave, this is a fantastic day. Obviously, the concrete's been poured. It only feels like yesterday we were turning the sod now. Here are the guys hard at work. This is a more than $15 million social housing initiative here on the Central Coast. Fantastic, providing 41 brand new units for people who need this sort of housing. And look, great location here in Beane Street, within walking distance of the Gosford CBD. And this is what it's all about, Dave. It's about delivering these projects in areas where people who are living in them have access to all the resources and the wraparound services that they need. And again, a $15 million investment from the state government.
The state government is pushing big time into social housing at the moment. Is the Central Coast getting its fair share?
Oh, look, absolutely, David. From one end of the Central Coast, we are seeing social housing projects like this one. There's another one over by Gosford Racecourse. Obviously in the north as well. We've got development after development going on from one end of the coast to the other to provide that social housing framework and network that is so vital to people here on the Central Coast. And in addition to providing that safe housing, it's also providing a fantastic employment boom for tradies here on the Central Coast. We've got the majority of people working on this site are Central Coast locals, which means they don't have to travel down the M1 every day to get work in Sydney. They're staying right here on the Central Coast, and it's delivering a great benefit. Whether it be the tradies or whether it be the local coffee cart, everyone benefits from this sort of investment.
On to other things. On Friday, the Minister for Local Government, Shelley Hancock, extended the tenure of the administrator on the Central Coast for another 3 months. Are you pleased about that? Look,
I'm absolutely delighted and relieved that Minister Hancock has made this decision. I'm in constant contact with the Minister for Local Government, explaining the anger and the frustration that ratepayers here on the Central Coast are obviously livid about what they're seeing. And more than $500 million of debt with Central Coast Council. This is a council that 3 months ago could not even pay thousands of frontline workers. So this decision by the Minister to double the time that Dick Person is in administration here at the Central Coast is a great announcement for the people of the Central Coast. We are doing everything we can to make sure that everything that can be done to improve the situation with Central Coast Council is happening.
The big council, the first council meeting of the year tonight, and a controversial one. We're hearing there will be a local protest from ratepayers who are angry at the large options or the rate increases. Have you anything to say to those people? Yeah, look, David, I, like them, am a ratepayer. I am just as angry, just as frustrated about what we're seeing here. I'm frustrated that I can't change the outcome. IPART is an independent authority. What I would say is I call out to all Central Coast ratepayers to pick up their pens and write to IPART, hit the keyboards, put their submissions into IPART to say why they don't want this to happen. I said, I'm a ratepayer just like everyone else. I'm just as angry as everyone else. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over the outcome, but IPART will make a decision, so it's important that everybody on the Central Coast put those submissions in.
Nice to me.
Sorry, I think I looked at you, Dad. Can you do that again?
Okay.
You all right?
What do you think? Tonight's council meeting will be a fiery one, the first one for the year. Apparently quite a few ratepayers will be protesting out the front of council. What have you got to say to them? Yeah, look, David, I'm a ratepayer just like they are. I am furious about the situation we've got here on the Central Coast. Unfortunately, I cannot control the outcome. It is an IPART decision, it's independent. But what I am saying is I'm putting a call out to all Central Coast ratepayers. Get onto your keyboards, put your submissions in explaining why you don't believe this rate rise is fair. That is the best way to put your voice forward, to explain to everybody why you don't want this to happen. And lastly, it's been a massive Australia Day weekend on the Central Coast. A lot of infrastructure, a lot of people have come up from Sydney, and there's been a little bit of argy-bargy on some of the beaches. Have you got anything to say to locals or visitors? Yeah, look, firstly I want to have a huge shout out to our amazing volunteer surf lifesavers. Look, Australia Day was the big test. Huge
surf, it's also hot weather. It literally was the perfect situation to enjoy Australia Day, but our lifesavers did an amazing job. I know with the weather changes, we had a lot of people on the beaches, they did a great job. What I would say to people visiting the Central Coast, you need to respect the great work that our volunteer surf lifesavers do, keeping you safe on our beaches. Beaches can be very dangerous. Alcohol and water does not mix, and they need to be very mindful of that. So I want a huge shout out for the great work our volunteer surf lifesavers have done. It's going to be a long season, a busy season. Now swim between the flags, listen to those surf lifesavers. Whether you be a local or a visitor, they're there to keep you safe. We've got a great record on our beaches of that for exactly that reason. So again, be respectful of those surf lifesavers volunteering to keep you safe.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, just name and title for the record.
If you
yeah. And if you speak quite loud, because I haven't got a microphone on you. Okay, name and title for the record.
George Murad, Mono Constructions Project Manager.
George, how's it going? You've got a bit of inclement weather today. How's the progress going on the project here?
Yeah, the progress is going quite well actually, and albeit a bit of wet weather today, we understand the importance of delivering early this important social housing. So we are going for it where the weather permits. At the moment, we're on track for aiming for an early completion, basically understanding that it is important social housing we're delivering.
So how many locals are involved in the project up here?
Up at this stage, we've got approximately 60% of the spend is local spending.
Yep.
The biggest contractor we've engaged today is the civil earthworks contractor, who is based in Gosford. So at the moment, tracking at 60%. We do like to give the opportunity for local spending where possible. Mono sees ourselves as, albeit temporary, part of the community where we build. So we do understand the importance of the community as a stakeholder.
And look, are there any opportunities for young people, young locals, to be involved in these sort of projects?
Yeah, definitely. Not only in-house with Mono Construction having apprentices on board, also seeking recruitment for 2 more apprenticeship carpenters. We also have subcontractors who are encouraged to utilise apprentices on the site with an aim of 20% utilisation on apprentices. At the moment, we're tracking quite well against that target.
And is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's all. Just Mono's proud to be in partnership with Land and Housing Corporation to deliver important social housing, and we're aiming to deliver quite early if possible.
Fantastic. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you.